Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We often heard of the word karma. We know that there are different types of karma, as the good karma, the bad karma. Then we will try to learn more about akarma or non karma, an activity that will not produce karma. So, karma is the reaction of an action. Malalaman natin din kung ano yung mga nagawa natin previous lives based on yung mga reactions na meron tayo ngayon. Kung anong status ng buhay natin, isang tao nakaposition, ano yung mga experiences na nararanasan natin. So based on karma yon. And Krishna is explaining na hindi siya part ng karma. And para tayo hindi maging part din ng karma, ito yung gusto niyang i-emphasize kay Arjuna. Remember si Arjuna, previously marami siyang arguments. Ayaw niya accumulate ng scenes. Ayaw niyang magkaroon ng mga unwanted populations. Ayaw niya magkaroon ng karma because of being part of that war. And Krishna is establishing na hindi ka part ng war. And also, again, yung conversation sa Bhagavad Gita na in-establish ni Krishna starting ng 4th chapter na pinasa niya yung knowledge. Then siya yung pinakamatanda, but natandaan niya yung past, present, and future. Tapos, siya, since siya kanya yung knowledge, may mga different paths siyang ginawa. Lahat ng mga yon, pwedeng maging Krishna conscious yung mga tao. Pero pag hindi naging Krishna conscious, part siya ng karma. Pag naging Krishna conscious yung isang tao, hindi na siya magiging part ng karma. And also si Krishna in-establish na hindi siya part ng mga ginawa niya sa material world. Ng mga different divisions. He's way above it. Because siya yung creator. And kapag finalo ng devotee yung instructions ni Krishna and also naging Krishna conscious yung isang soul, hindi na rin siya magiging part ng intricacies ng material world, ng intricacies din ng karma. So let's read Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are at chapter 4, text number 16. Even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all misfortune. So, ito yung explanation ni Krishna regarding karma. Very intricate. Yung iba, sabi nga rito, understanding karma through gyan. Or yung gyan is using ng mind natin, ng knowledge, para ma-understand yung nangyayari, yung scriptures. So kapag ginamit mo yung gyan to understand Krishna, nagiging Gyana Yoga. Naririnig din natin to minsan sa mga devotees, Gyana yung santaong to. So, iba pa rin yung Gyana Yoga sa yung Gyan. Gyan is, of course, puro mind lang. Pwedeng matalino, pero hindi siya pwedeng maging Krishna conscious kapag wala si Krishna doon. Kaya Gyana Yoga. From Karma Kanda, Karma Yoga, the next level is Gyana Yoga. Ina-explain dito na si Prabhupada sabi niya, action in Krishna consciousness has to be executed in accord with the examples of previous bona fide devotees. So in previous text din natin yesterday, it was discussed na yung mga lives ng mga liberated souls ng mga devotees, ito yung fina-follow natin na footsteps. We will not imitate them, pero ito yung pa-follow natin footsteps. Ini-establish din dito na si Arjuna is one of the person na ipa-follow natin yung footsteps. Not go to the war, but also kung paano niya ginamit yung meron siya to Krishna consciousness. Kung paano siya nag-surrender kay Krishna and how he will perform his duties Krishna consciously. So to act in Krishna consciousness, one has to follow the leadership of authorized persons who are in the line of disciplic succession. So, ito yung in-establish ni Krishna, pinapasa niya sa mga royal order, sa kings, yung disciplic succession. Ganon din yung knowledge. So, doon din tayo magka-follow. Hindi tayo mag-follow lang na kung saan-saan. Those who are following yung mga disciplines ng martial arts, ganun din. We know na merong teachers or coach or professors, tapos may mga students. You cannot just be in this position kapag walang order na ganun. And it was emphasized by Prabhupada, one should not be independent. Ito yung hinahanap ng mga tao. Gusto ko ng freedom. Gusto ko wala akong susundin. Sarili ko lang. In the path of spiritual life, hindi ganon. Freedom means nag-iimbento ka lang ng mga sarili mong gusto mong gawin. Based on sa gusto natin lang mag-enjoy ng senses natin. And we will just justify. Basta nag-enjoy ka sa buhay ay importante. We often heard that. Okay lang. Kung anong magkapasaya sa'yo. But, yung definition nga natin ng happiness is tainted or contaminated with material enjoyment. And because of that, magiging subjected yung isang tao sa karma. So, ano yung in-explain dito? We must perform actions in Krishna consciousness. Ayun yung purpose ng yoga. Our actions in our lives should be directed papunta kay Krishna. Otherwise, we will be subjected sa material nature. 17. The intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. So, ito na yung naging title ng episode natin for today. Karma, Vikarma, and Akarma. Yung chameleon, kanta lang yun. Walang meaning yun. So, action, inaction, and unauthorized actions. Or yung isang explanation dito is action, reaction, and perverted actions. So, ito yung mga na-describe din ni Srila Prabhupada sa purport. But to keep it simple, actions, or karma, and Vikarma, and Akarma. So yung V-Karma, we discussed this previously sa mga workshops and courses natin. V-Karma is the bad karmas, unwanted karmas. May mga good karma, pwede natin i-consider dun sa karma na word. And akarma is inaction. Inaction or may activity siya pero walang reaction. Yung buong Bhagavad Gita, ang purpose nito is to give yung conclusion na we are servants of the servants of Krishna. We are eternal servitor. Ito yung position natin. Ito yung relationship natin kay Krishna. Mahirap gawin yung isang bagay kapag di mo alam yung relationship mo doon. Bakit ka pupunta ng Pilipinas? I don't know. Because kung may reason ka, andun yung home, andun yung family, andun yung business or whatsoever. Alam mo yun, may reason. So, ganun din kay Krishna. Bakit mo gusto mag-connect kay Krishna? Kasi may reason. May eternal servant ka ni Krishna. Tapos, ano yung process mo na? Ano yung actions na gagawin natin? So, ito yung magiging actions natin in Krishna consciousness or magiging akarma. So in Sanskrit, kapag dinagdag yung a or yung a sa umpisa, not all, not all words magiging ganon. Pero mostly, sa grammar ng Sanskrit, pag nilagay doon, magiging against or none. Non-karma. Akarma. Text 18. One who sees in action, and action in inaction is intelligent among men, and he is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Ang ganda ng last line, all sorts of sorts of activities. Let's look at this in this way. Yung mga devotees, lalo na yung mga hindi na sa temple, most of our listeners, may mga families, may businesses, may work, diba? May other friends, may other hobbies, may mga other hobbies sila. So, yung activities nila seems like ito yung ginagawa ng mga normal na tao. Pero, di mo madidistinguish nga talaga kung ano yung nasa heart nila and ano yung purpose nila, bakit nila ginagawa, bakit sila nag-work, bakit gusto nilang kumita ng pera, bakit gusto nilang maging successful materially. Kasi, yung sa puso ng isang real devotee is gusto niya magamit lahat yon para kay Krishna. Hindi para mag-enjoy. So, ayun yung akarma. Hindi ka na subjected. Remember, diniscuss natin yung example ng isang ambulance. Pag may emergency, may urgency, hindi na rin siya subjected ng traffic lights. So, yung devotee nga, di ba, example natin. May mga roadkill dun sa windshield pag nag-drive yung isang devotee sa car. So, hindi siya subjected ng karma. Ganon din yung mga devotee. Kapag fina-follow nila yung footsteps ng mga devotees, yung mga instructions, and yung mga words ni Krishna, hindi sila subjected ng karma, ng law of karma. Seems like normal activities, pero Krishna conscious sila. So, ayun yung beauty ng Krishna consciousness. You don't really have to be inside the temple talaga para maging Krishna conscious. Yes, may facility para maging 24 hours na Krishna conscious. Pero, pag nasa house ka, nasa home ka, tapos may ditis ka doon, non-different siya sa temple. Outer garments, pwedeng may difference, pero kapag na-design mo yung life mo na Krishna conscious ka, really don't have a difference. Marami tayong saintly devotees, saintly persons, not just this era, from previous eras, na mga householder sila, may bahay sila, may business sila, or may work sila. Pero very much Krishna conscious sila. Pure devotees nga. So, hindi hindrance kung ano yung ashram mo. Kaya nga sabi ni Krishna, He created all paths, pero lahat yung pwede maging Krishna conscious. So, hindi hindrance na hindi ka monk, hindi ka magiging devotee, no? Hindi rin ibig sabihin ng monk, yung isang tao or nakatira sa temple, is pure devotee siya or saint kagad siya. Hindi pwedeng nating isipin na may sariling or may normal work or job or business yung isang tao, hindi siya pwedeng maging pure devotee. So that's why Krishna is very equal. Lahat may chance. Iba-ibang nature lang. So we just have to accept that. Kaya hindi natin or hindi advisable na i-compare mo yung sarili mo sa ibang tao. Ay, ba't siya ganito yung na-reach niya or na-achieve niya sa Krishna consciousness? Mas matagal ako nagka-practice sa kanya. Ito yung nagiging advancement niya. Bakit ganon? Parang napapag-iwanan ako. So hindi natin kailangan i-compare natin yung sarili sa ibang devotees. May kanya-kanyang path yung mga tao. Ang importante is maging Krishna conscious tayo. Doon tayo mag-focus. Gaano kabagal, gaano kabilis, si Krishna nakakaalam noon. We might be chanting more rounds, meditation, or have a lot of devotee friends. Pero ano na sa heart natin, nakakakita ng si Krishna. 19. One is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. He is said by sages to be a worker for whom the reactions of work have been burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge. So that's why importante we read, we study, we learn the words of Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavatam. Kasi we will gain knowledge. 'Di ba? If we learn kung ano yung reasons and pastimes nung nag-appear si Krishna and yung activities niya, one will not take birth again in this material world. Ito yon, yung knowledge na yon. Of course, magbabago yung actions natin sa buhay. Yung process natin, yung lifestyle natin because of learning this. So, kailangan pa rin natin i-align yung sarili natin doon sa natutunan natin. Kailangan pa rin tayo maging Krishna conscious, mag-endeavor para doon sa mga, or in sync doon sa mga learnings natin. So, ang ganda example na binigyan ni Krishna, parang may fire. Once na-receive yung knowledge na to, kaya nga, di ba, ito yung sinasabi natin sa mga devotees, sa mga VVA devotees din, di ba? Yung mga words ko before, di ba? I'm very sorry. Mahihirapan na tayo mag-enjoy materially. Hindi mo na makakalimutan si Krishna. It's like receiving spark ng fire na yon. Once makindled siya, can burn up all kinds of reactions. So, hindi mo na may iwasan talaga si Krishna. So, ganun din sa action. Kapag naging Krishna conscious yung activities natin, wala nang karma na magiging hindrance. Meron sa mga previous karma tayong susunugin pa rin or i-receive. Pero yung mga future, kapag naging Krishna conscious, wala na. At the same time, habang tuloy-tuloy yung Krishna conscious activities, nadadamay na rin yung mga previous karmas. Napipurify na rin. So, just look at it in this way. From previous, pare-receive natin ngayon, or may mga na-receive na tayo, this kind of body, this kind of family, this kind of country. Pero yung mga future, nasusunog na siya. Nawawala na kapag nag-perform tayo ng Krishna conscious activities. And yung mga actions natin this time, hindi na ma-receive in the future. So, parang mag-end na siya. Ayun yung mangyayari. Wala na future na karma. Ayun yung akarma or inaction. Seems like parang normal lang yung mga ginagawa ng mga tao, ng mga devotees. Seems like mako-compare mo siya dun sa mga normal na tao na same work, same business, same activities. Pero since Krishna conscious na, iba na yung result. Text 20. Abandoning all attachment to the results of his activities, ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kinds of undertakings. So ito talaga yung real freedom. Ito talaga yung real independence. Kasi when you follow the words of Krishna, the footsteps of the devotees, magiging free tayo sa bondage of karma. Ay talaga yon. Hindi siya yung ayokong sumunod sa any law, any scriptures, any authority, kasi ay yung freedom, ay yung independence. Lalo sila na-entangle sa karma. So-called lang na free yun, liberated lang, ay nangyayari kasi wala silang rules and regulation. Pina-follow lang nila yung senses nila. O actually, source of attachment lalo. Yung isang Krishna conscious na devotee daw, ang ganda ng mga succeeding verse kasi in-explain ano yung nasa puso or anong consciousness nila. He is not very anxious to secure things or protect things already in his possession. Hindi na siya baliw na baliw to be overprotective. Of course, we should not be foolish na hayaan natin na yung mga dacoits or yung mga culprits na gumawa ng mga crimes sa atin. Di na ako mag-lock ng pinto. Okay lang, sagot ako ni Krishna. So that's foolish. Diba? Iwan ako tong gamit ko dito. Diba? Trusting na si Krishna bahala. Pero may trouble na pwede ibigay sa atin. Pero yung attachment wala na doon. Pero kailangan ingatan natin. Thinking. Kasi yung Krishna conscious person, alam niya lahat na meron siya is gamit ni Krishna. Tools niya yun to serve Krishna. So kailangan hindi mo iwala. Money man yan or material things, cellphone man yan. Ingatan natin yun kasi magagamit natin yan para kay Krishna. So very smart dapat natin titignan yung mga bagay-bagay. Pero walang attachment. So ayan yung akarma. He is not even attached to his personal maintenance For everything is left to Krishna. So again, we should not see this as mm, self-destructive. We should maintain ourselves kasi ito yung tool natin to serve Krishna. Hindi na ako magkakaroon ng magandang diet or even drink water or whatsoever. Kailangan natin tignan na this body is owned by Krishna. If you surrender to a guru, you don't own your body anymore. That's the guru's property. You offer your life to the guru. So you have to take care of it to serve Krishna properly. We should not be fanatic. So ito yung ibig sabihin, lahat para kay Krishna. So, in conclusion, hindi mo lang kailangan maging vain. Maging, tawag nila sa mga new generation, main character. Magpaka-main character na ikaw yung bida lang palagi. We are here to serve. We will use this, whatever we have, the body, the facilities, as an instrument to serve. So, ingatan mo yung facility na yon. Kung ano yung body ka meron ka, ingatan mo so you can serve better. Kung ano yung gamit na meron ka, use it for Krishna. Ingatan natin. So again, nakikita natin yung consciousness, yung main comparison dito. Same activities, pero yung consciousness different. So ayun yung nagiging determining factor kung ano yung magiging karma or magiging akarma. 21. Such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, gives up all sense of proprietorship over his possessions, and acts only for the bare necessities of life. Thus working, he is not affected by sinful reactions. Narinig nyo na yung simple living, high thinking. So ito yung life ng isang devotee. Kung ano yung pinaka-basic, hindi mo kailangan ng sobrang luxurious. If you need that for work, yeah, do that. Pero hindi mo kailangan ng overly na endeavoring and indulgence. Pero kailangan natin gamitan ng mind and intelligence para makontrol yung mga kilos natin. Pwedeng, may makitang ganun successful materially pero yung mind immature. Yung behavior immature. So kailangan natin high thinking, simple living. "22. He who is satisfied," remember that word satisfied, "with gain which comes from its own accord, who is free from duality and do not envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never entangled, although performing actions." So, kailangan natin ng satisfaction sa buhay. Hindi tayo pwede magpadala lang ng mga urges and yung mga desires natin. Who is free from duality and is not envy. Kailangan natin hindi dalhin tong enviousness na to sa spiritual life, sa material life natin. So, steady siya, either may success or failure kasi alam niya si Krishna talaga lahat in control. Pero nag-endeavor siya ng todo. Gagawin niya perfectly, more than pangano kaya niya gawin. Kasi may best reason siya para kay Krishna. Hindi para sa sarili niya. Pero kung anong gustong ni Krishna na arrangement maging result, good or bad, ayun na yun. Surrender siya kay Krishna. Ang ganda ng explanation din dito na one should neither begs or borrow and labor honestly. So, pwede natin kasi maging palusot. Pwede ba yun na discussion namin nila Prabhu Oliver na may mafia or may gumagawa ng mga illegal activities kasi offer kay Krishna. So, sinabi rin ni Krishna rito, no? Kailangan good means of result yung i-offer natin kay Krishna. Ideally, ayun talaga. Kung no choice, dumating na yung pera sa'yo, offer mo kay Krishna. Safe ka dun sa karma. Diba? Pero we should not parang konsintihin yon or ayun yung maging thinking natin. May karma pa rin yon. Kasi hindi yung sinabi ni Krishna Sabi ni Krishna, honest means. Diba? Own accord. Wala kang sinagasang ibang tao. So it answers the question kung saan magagaling yung offering natin kay Krishna. Again, simple living, higher thinking. Bakit natin kailangan nung gamitan yung illegal activities to offer kay Krishna? Nagiging justification na lang si Krishna para magawa natin yon. Ayun yung nagiging picture, doon na frame yon. Pero pwede naman simple lang kasi si Krishna naman lahat may-ari eh. Last two texts basahin natin. The work of a man who is unattached to the modes of material nature and who is fully situated in transcendental knowledge merges entirely into transcendence. A person who is fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness is sure to attain the spiritual kingdom because of his full contribution to spiritual activities, in which the consummation is absolute and that which is offered is of the same spiritual nature. So, we discussed the three types of karma, the karma, vikarma, and akarma. Gusto natin i-perform yung akarma. Gusto natin na yung performance natin is Krishna conscious. Yung future na reactions natin is Krishna conscious din. Hindi tayo maging subjected ng mga good or bad karmas. So ito yung Krishna conscious person. Pero it doesn't mean na falsely i-renounce mo lahat ng activities mo. Ayoko na nito, ayoko na alagaan yung family ko, ayoko na alagaan yung career ko, ayoko na alagaan yung career ko. Hindi ganon. Actually, kung ano yung meron ka, even kung ano yung attachment mo sa material world, gagamitin mo yung para kay Krishna. Ayun yung tool mo. Ayun yung meron ka eh. Ayun yung baraha mo eh. Hindi ka pwedeng nainggit ka sa ibang baraha, kukunin mo siya to play the game. No. Yung life natin, kung ano yung meron ka ngayon, gagamitin mo para kay Krishna. The perfect example na sabi ni Prabhupada doon sa purport is kapag yung isang tao, nagkaroon siya ng problem sa digestion, nagkaroon siya ng diarrhea because of overindulgence ng milk. Ang solusyon para magamot yon is milk din in a form of yogurt. So kapag marami tayong attachment sa buhay, marami tayong facilities, material things, or talents and skills, pwedeng maging source of more karmas yon. Pero to get out of it, same din yung gagamitin mo, pero i-offer mo kay Krishna. I-dovetail mo. Ito yung term, yukta vairagya. I-dovetail mo kay Krishna yon. So that's the beauty of Krishna consciousness. You don't have to falsely, immaturely renounce everything. Actually, mas renounce sa isang devotee kapag ginagamit niya yung mga yon, pero yung heart niya na kay Krishna. Nakita niya yon as tool, hindi para mag-enjoy lang siya. Ito yung mood ng isang devotee. Yung lahat sa paligid niya is not for his enjoyment, for the enjoyment of Krishna. And habang nag-serve tayo and si Krishna nag-enjoy, mas na-feel natin yung real enjoyment, yung satisfaction. And ayun yung laging hinahanap ng mga tao, the satisfaction in life. That is our episode for today. Karma, vikarma, and akarma. Chameleon. Ang ganda rin nung activity nung animal na chameleon. You can adapt. You can adapt to different places, different colors, different situations. So as a devotee, gusto natin matuto mag-adapt. Kung ano yung meron tayo sa paligid natin. Kung ano yung binigay sa atin ng material nature. Kung ano yung meron tayo from our karmas. Use it. Dovetail it. And serve Krishna. Actually, yung isang magandang pwede natin gawin, kung sino yung mga loved ones, yung mga tao sa paligid natin, make a way na papalapit din sila kay Krishna. Offer mo nga rin sila kay Krishna. That's the best gift na mabibigay natin kay Krishna and sa mga taong yun.